What's up, world? It's Dreadhead Yeezy. Welcome back to the Garage Podcast. I got Iman in here with me.
What it do, baby? Pleasure to be here.
You know what I'm saying? We about to go up tonight.
Yeah.
So how you been feeling lately?
Man, like every day, I'm feeling better than amazing. They been amazing. I can't complain.
Real talk, better than ever.
Better than ever.
So when it comes to this whole mental health topic that's been going on a lot these days, like what's your opinion on that?
You gotta take care of your mental health. You gotta take care of your body, your spirit, and your mind. That's all you got. You
True
got
that.
it's lifetime. Like I say it. We got 2 dates. That's your birthday and the death date. Other than that, everything in between is just a moment to conquer. You know. So, I can't get caught up too much in trying to be sad, depressed, and the things that the world bring me. 'Cause I'm here for a reason, and that's what make me put me at great pieces, knowing that I'm chasing what needs to be done, regardless of what's going on around me.
That's true talk right there.
Yeah.
And far as like childhood and upbringing and type of household you grew up in, do you think they play a major part in mental health in our society?
Uh, for my upbringing, yeah, it played a major part in mine. Cause I nowadays at in the moment, not knowing no better or just thinking it was rough. I realized Earth is rough. Earth is a struggle. Earth is is gonna be having a bunch of trials and tribulations. Everything wasn't perfect, but at the same time, if somebody put they problems on the table and you put your problems on the table, you gonna pick your problems back up. Well, I ain't got no complaints. I'm blessed.
Real talk. That's true. And I like the way you put it like that. And like has any of that affected any relationships in your life? And I'm not talking about just like uh
Okay.
relationships like being with somebody. I'm like any type of relationship, friendships,
Yeah.
relationships, just any type work relationships at work, stuff like that.
It had its mainly in romance. It affected me early, but nowadays that because growing up, I didn't really know how to love myself. But
Yeah,
I think that's something everybody kind of go through. They have to learn to love themselves, and I didn't really truly love myself early on. And but other than that, I feel like I was taught that I always give great respect. And not everything needs to be met with unnecessary brute force. Learn how to learn how to use the power of my mind, do everything, learn how to utilize my energy. Everything don't
yeah,
need certain amounts of energy,
that's true. That's
so
true.
uh,
So like it's 2023, and a lot has changed in the world. So
right.
is it different obstacles like being a man in America? Is it different obstacles in 2023, or are you facing the same obstacles that's like been going on?
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's definitely the same, but it's way different because it's just different right now. Like, it's a lot of things people just can't get can't speak on. They say we got freedom of speech, but if you speak too freely, they're gonna show you really ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. And it's a battle of trying to control your own mind, have your own thoughts without following too much of what's going on. And that's a battle within itself, but that's okay. I'm
True
okay
that.
with that battle. Life is war, and I was made for that. So.
So I peep your whole style you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the vibe you bringing. So
Yeah.
what did this all stem from?
Uh, as far as what? What you mean?
Like your style, your wardrobe.
Okay, my wardrobe.
Yeah,
You know, right? I just wanted to make a. I knew the world that I was living in, not only the industry that I was dealing with, but the world that I'm living in, regardless, was ran by a side that I'm not on. You
yeah,
know, and so wherever I step, I wanna. It's obvious what side I'm on. For one, I don't want to classify nothing because I don't want to have no separation put into nobody's mind.
yeah.
But if you understand, then you understand. But also, a lot of people can see you and they can make judgments. So one thing for sure is if you just see my eyes, you can see the windows to the soul, and all you hear is my voice, and you have to listen.
True that, true that. So, with you saying that, like looking in your eyes, you can see the window through your souls. Like, what's something that you want people to know? What's something you want people to hear? Like, if you could just give them a word, like, what's something you want them to hear you that you think could probably touch their soul?
Don't waste time with nothing that's outside of you. Don't get too caught up on nothing that's outside of you. Close your eyes, ask for the answers you will receive, and be bold enough to go after what was received. Not that everybody, a lot of people know, but not a lot of people is bold enough to take on that responsibility of what they know. But if you do that, your life will change. Right?
Yeah, and that's true. A lot of people don't want to take on that responsibility, but at the same time, it's good, that we got people out in the world like you. You know what I'm saying? That's out to give people wisdom and let them know stuff and different things and different outlooks that they can have on life.
Right.
So, speaking on that, also as a man, do you feel like a lot of people say I see a lot of stuff on social media these days? Oh, if a man do this, he ain't a man. If a man do this, he ain't a man. Like, what do you feel about that situation that's going on in America today?
I think it just depends on who it's coming from.
Yeah,
If I was to sit here and really talk about something I ain't got no business speaking on.
yeah,
I don't expect it to you know, alter how you feel about what I'm saying.
yeah,
But the what is it, like the manipulation of it
yeah,
is that the fact that we are scrolling. That's psychological warfare. That we
yeah. I
just
feel
scrolling,
you.
seeing whatever, and some people can't decipher the difference because they absorbing that too much. You gotta control what you see, or just control what you let control you. And some people unfortunately uh don't come out of that trap.
Real
It's
talk.
so you gotta let yourself get trapped to a point and then break that trap so you can understand where they want you to go and then don't go that way. You feel me? Don't steer that way of thinking, but understand this is where they lead me. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately not everybody is that strong to decipher. Maybe they just need something good to follow.
Yeah,
We got leaders and we got followers,
real talk.
and being a follower isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. You just got to make sure you following the right thing. And unfortunately, a lot of people are blindly following the wrong thing.
Yeah, and it's this new slang. It's this new slang out today where everybody's saying they got motion. They got motion.
Right, right. See, I was just talking about that not too long ago. It's a difference. You can have motion, but you gotta have progress.
Yeah,
It ain't nothing to have motion. If I sat here and I ran in place right now, I would be in motion, but I
real
ain't
talk.
moving nowhere. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
going
So
nowhere.
you gotta make sure you going somewhere and make sure that somewhere ain't back.
Real talk. That's like I always say, all motion ain't good motion.
All motion ain't good motion. So,
Real talk. So, do you think like life was a better place before social media or after social media?
I think it was yeah, definitely a better place, for a multitude of reasons. I feel like people had a chance to really, uh, you know, pe- social media is a beautiful thing too. At the same time, I think everything is a tool and it's how you use it.
Yeah,
So I don't want to just say it made it worse, but it really did, because unfortunately, a lot of people don't control how they use that tool, and they know it. Like I say, all that is just constant psychological warfare. That's a whole different topic. Like, 'cause they, it's definitely psychological warfare.
real talk. And far as like speaking on it, like freedom of speech, it seems like soon as anybody say something, they try to just cancel them.
Right.
Like a cancel, like we have this cancel culture going on. Like
Well,
can't nobody say nothing these days.
I don't understand it. Like, I do to a degree, but I don't at all, honestly, because it's like we are people. So if I say something, I don't really believe in the cancel. I feel like only a certain amount of people gonna cancel me because the other half gonna mess with me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They might. It's a lot of people that may agree with what was said, versus but the people that might not agree may run a lot. They might be the ones that was getting you. They can kind of cut off the exposure to where it looked like you could have been canceled, but not really. That ain't gonna change. If you rocking with me, you rocking with me. If what I'm saying resonate, it's gonna forever resonate. And if it ain't meant for you, then you may say I'm canceled. But for those that is meant, it's gonna stick. And that's all that matters. We just need, you gotta plant the seed, and not only plant the seed, but you gotta water that seed.
Straight up, straight up. So I know you do like little interviews here and there. Have you ever been like on an interview podcast or whatever, and you thought in your mind, hey, I gotta watch what I say because how times are these days. I gotta watch what I say. I gotta watch what I do.
Uh, Not necessarily because of the interview, but that's just how I am. Period. Because I understand it's just I understand that I am in a long term war, and I feel like every most of my moves shows that, but I don't want to just completely just let out the chopper and start busting everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, so I try to be careful uh with how I do things, because it's like you can engage something, and it ain't gotta be a bloody war.
yeah,
You can inflict what you got to without everything being chaotic, and that's what I try to do verbally,
yeah,
just try to say enough to where what's understood is understood, and hopefully those that understand could probably read between the lines. And at another time when it's meant to say what I may not be saying today, I'll say that later on when the time is right.
yeah. That's very understandable. But do you think people pick and choose what they want to be canceled or who they want to cancel? Because it could be this person said, people praise it. This person said, people want them canceled. People want them out of there.
Right. Uh, I don't too much understand the cancel culture, and honestly, man, honestly, I wouldn't even give them too much energy because if they canceling something, they probably ain't got nothing going on for themselves. So, you know, I really just like I don't understand that culture at all. Like, I can't really even speak on something I don't understand at all because that it doesn't register. I don't even understand it. I don't even really know what it is. Like, I hear about it, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it is because like I heard the baby was canceled. But
yeah,
if I look at somewhere, I just seen a little video of him doing a show with thousands of people there.
real talk.
So what is that? Like, I don't know what canceled is. You could say you canceling something, but man, whoever rocking gonna rock. As long as if I don't believe I'm canceled, I
Yeah,
ain't canceled. You know what
real
I'm
talk.
saying?
Real talk. And you could say that leads me into you could say the same thing about how people feel about snitching.
Right,
Cause look, 6ix9ine snitch
right,
came home. People still getting at him for features. He just did a feature with Kodak Black.
right,
Gunna allegedly snitched.
right,
Came home, dropped the album, went #1 on Apple, iTunes, all that.
right. I don't I don't understand none of that either. Like, I just that's I let that be their business. Let them rock how they rock. I don't really partake in neither one of them's music. I don't none of them used to get jammed in my car, whether they was snitched or not.
Yeah,
And that's something they gotta have on their conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like,
real
I don't
talk.
really invest too much in my thoughts of what they should have did or how things should be for their life right now. Because regardless, I mean, I'm not gonna be at none of their shows, and I'm not jamming none of their music. Regardless, I ain't got no type of attachment, no nothing.
Yeah,
So it really doesn't partake with me. But I feel like hey, to each his own. Hey, to each his own. Me personally, I would, I have my own sets of morals and principles.
real talk.
Hey,
And that's how a lot of people feel like snitching is like it's like a street code.
right,
So everybody, like you said, everybody got their own morals and values and live by their own code. So it'll apply to whoever really just living by those type of codes.
right.
So
And I think if I was to speak on anything they did, I just think it was unwise for them to put themselves in a situation where they was in an unfortunate situation, because you gotta understand, like, even if they might say, hey, I'm not really this. I might have heard them say straight up, hey, I'm not, I was just surrounded by them. But you gotta know, hey, you part of this entity. So if you gonna come out there and put that image out, and then you get put in that situation, and you're not really willing to stand on what come with that, it's I don't know. I can't understand it. Like I said, I can't even try to understand it or even speak on it because it's like I don't want to speak too much against them because I ain't them.
Yep.
But that's initially kind of what I would be doing because I don't understand it. And me personally, I grew up in a rough environment. I did a lot of things. I lived a lot of lives in these short amount of time I've been here, and I came to an understanding. And I was blessed with the wisdom to understand, hey, remove yourself from this situation because, hey, if you get, I'm passionate about everything I do.
Yep.
And hey, if I gotta take that type of lick, I'm gonna be sick because I'm gonna have to take that. Like I wouldn't be able to have nothing else on my conscience, and I don't know. So hey, that was just an unwise move on their part, but they handled it how they handled it.
Real talk, and like everybody say, like in order to really know somebody's life, you really have to just walk in their
Walk in
shoes,
their shoes, right,
and nobody never walked in nobody else's shoes.
right,
So only that person knows the whole story, they whole truth.
right,
So
right,
they only
exactly,
know that.
right.
So speaking of artists that you don't listen to or taking their music, what's something you would like jam if you just riding around in your car,
I'm
just turn
real.
something
I ain't
on.
gonna lie. I'm like real boxed in. I listen to like Tupac. I like Sade.
Yeah,
Depending on the day I love Sade, she put my whole spirit at ease and peace.
yeah, that's
I
true.
like I like I might jam like Three Doors Down. I like Lil Wayne too at certain times. I like old Kodak. And then of course myself for the most part. Other than that, there's probably a couple that I'm missing, but for sure, like on a day-to-day basis, I'm a go through Sade, Tupac, Kevin Gates, uh, and that's for sure. J Cole, on a day-to-day type deal.
Yeah, that's what's up though. And speaking on Wayne, it's something everybody waiting for, that Wayne and Jay-Z versus battle.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
who you got? Who you
I
got
got
on that one?
Wayne all day. I mean, Jay Z. I wouldn't always. I'm not a. I mean, I respect the legend,
Yeah,
But to me, I admire him more as just the moves he made and the grind he had. But as far as like music, it's Wayne all day. Like I don't think like lyrically, musically, cadence, nothing. Like I don't even know why that'd be even a versus. Me personally, but now no disrespect,
yeah.
but like for real, like
Wayne got so many. Wayne got so many
like
hits. It's like he never run out of bars. He never
yeah,
run out of
nah,
stuff to say.
he different. Like
Yeah, he
he
definitely he
different. Like
definitely hard, and Jay Z hard too. But I don't think Jay-Z got
nah,
nothing like them Wayne
nah,
mixtapes
yeah, he ain't, bro.
and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's a
that. Like,
different. Like that's somebody that was ready for this.
yeah,
Like to just put out mixtapes and not really receive much from it other than views at that time. Like you just doing it just because you on fire.
yeah,
Like that's that's different. Like yeah, he's he got it. Like I don't even know why that's a versus. Honestly, like I say.
yeah,
I think if Jay Z wasn't as great of a businessman, it wouldn't even be talked about like for them to be as a verse. But like I say, no disrespect, but that's just how I feel. Like
yeah. I fuck with them both, and that's something I would like to see. Like, I like to see the track list they put together.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
what
I like
song?
yeah, that'll be hard though, cause he
Yeah,
definitely got his bangers. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
but like I say, like if I'm going on a 12-hour car ride, I can jam nothing but Wayne the whole 12 hours. I can't say the same for Jay Z
yeah. That's
for real.
true. I ain't jamming no damn Jay-Z for no 12 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
run through a couple songs, like let me hear this, let
you
me hear
know
that,
what
let
I'm
me let me hear
saying.
that
Like
song crowd, and after that, now we gotta turn up, put that Wheezy on.
that's what I'm saying. Like you can ride 12 hours to weed if you really want to. Like for real. Like he got it. He got a lot of shit. He got a lot of work. So
Real talk though. But far as an artist, and you being an artist yourself, like what type of image are you trying to put out, like far as your own craft?
Me personally, like I say, everything just came for me. It was like the solution to what I seen the problem was in the world. Like I always been real observant, and I understand intuitively uh what needs to be done, and I just seen like what really ran the world. I understood the power, how much music impacted me through times when I ain't even make music, always kind of, it was always written. I always had small times where I was doing it, but before I was like, okay, like I became like, a real artist, like just really protecting the artistry. And
Yeah,
I just understood the power. Like it's a lot of power in music, and I don't think a lot of people understand that power. So I just use the music to display my power, the power that it needs to be displayed. Like when you hear music, when you hear beats, like
yeah,
your body molecules in your body start moving. That's why
that's
people start
facts.
dancing,
Yeah, that's
and stuff like
facts.
that. And it got down to a science to where it just got altered for the the wrong ways. You feel me? And so I just use it for power. That's why Tupac ain't went nowhere. I think intuitively, and he might have consciously even knew the power of it, but for sure subconsciously and intuitively knew the power, which is why he ain't went nowhere. Which is why I can mention his name right now,
Yeah,
and there ain't nobody gonna disrespect that ever,
nobody.
cause the power that went behind what he was saying, the message. He ain't, lyrically and a lot and cadence and flow. He ain't got nothing on Wayne, right? But
Yeah, true.
impact wise, how he made you feel, how he made people relate, that's what matter. That's what matter most, and that's why he still to this day would be considered the GOAT. Even though they two eras is like Michael Jordan and Kobe, but
Yeah,
it's like it really ain't no comparison because the it really ain't no comparison. I
yeah.
ain't
Like
gonna
you
lie.
said, the impact, like Tupac music, like really impacted the world. Really made people want to change. You know what I'm saying? Change the world and stuff like that.
Right.
So
That's what it's meant. Like that's what music do. Regardless, it's gonna change the world. It's just, is it gonna change it for the right reasons in the right way? You feel me? Like, and that's what it's about. And that my whole life, it ain't to just be the hardest rapper. It's to make the biggest impact.
yeah,
Whether it's through, whether I touch you through music, or I just help you in another way, or we just have a conversation. It don't matter what it is. But I was gifted with the gift of communication. So I'm able to use my words and touch a lot of people, and I'm just able to make music. I'm blessed for that. Because I done seen a lot of people. I done seen the reactions
yeah,
when they seen me, fit music, and it's like, okay, I can really see that I really touched that person. And as long as I touch one person everywhere I go, hey, I always said I don't care if I gotta do it a million times to touch a million people,
yeah,
and we aiming for way more than that. But hey, whatever the Most High got planned, alhamdulillah.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first time I heard it, I was like, yeah, damn, bro, hard. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
appreciate
like you got on stage, but it was a difference. Like you said, like I saw a couple artists go before you, but it's like when you got on stage, you could sense the shift in the room with people, with the direction of people paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
you.
Like
Right,
like you really caught the audience attention when you got on stage.
right,
So
right. And that's just come with, it's just chess moves. I've been doing this for a while, and I always been the same person, but I just had to learn to take a look back at every time, and 5 years from now you may see me attack certain things a different way, because I'm always gonna back up and see what the best move is, and how can I really get closer to checkmate, and checkmate ain't never gonna happen till I'm dead.
yeah,
And
that's true. That's true. And it seemed like from how you speak, it seemed like you got a lot of knowledge that you could drop in the game. So have you ever thought about like writing a book or something like that, or have you wrote a book or?
yeah, yeah. I actually, I constantly write all the time. I ain't really just I was writing, but like I ain't really got no map out how I really want to write it because I ain't done yet. You
Yeah,
feel me? So it's like I don't even know what it like. I can't. I don't even. I know what. I know where I could start, but it's like man, I can't even see the end. You know, I ain't even reach the real. Plot of this shit yet. You
yeah,
feel me? So it's like I really don't. I really can't. I just write. I just keep living. I'm just. I feel like the book gonna come a little later. You know when I really can you know see something, like I'm still in a major process of transformation, and and yeah.
yeah. That's real though, and but it seem like you got a lot of jewels you could drop, and
Yeah, most definitely.
guarantee once you get that whole little project together and get that book out, to me guarantee it'll be a
Yeah,
top seller.
yeah, for sure. It's crazy because I had a old man one day tell me, he was like, "Hey," and I was like, I was young. He was like, "Hey, when you write your book, put me in it."
Yeah,
I ain't even think about writing no book at the time, but like, as I got older, I started understanding like, man, like stuff come at you for a reason, like certain things is planted. Like I say, it's a seed that get planted. And through life it's just getting watered and nurtured. And I am definitely gonna have a lot to leave behind, for sure. I got books worth of journals, but they ain't just in no schematic like chapter or this
yeah,
page, this page, this page. I just write all day. Like I don't know if you ever heard me like I always like I've said, in some of my intros, I just write letters to God in a journal. No, they getting left behind, and that's just how, it helped me a lot.
yeah. That's real, and that's 100. So if you could jot down, what's one thing you could jot down when and you leave this earth, and you would want to be left behind for people to read and people to know.
I don't know if I'm at the point where I could say it perfectly yet, but at this moment, if I was to say my best thing to leave behind and for people to know is just make sure if you're a follower, follow the right thing. If you're a leader, uh, lead the right way, and just as an individual, period. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you just listen to that inner self, the greater part of you. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got one side that say, "Nah, don't do this.
Yeah,
Nah, don't do that." But you got that one thing that's telling you the right thing to do. Just do it and stay disciplined and watch your life change. Depression would not exist if you did that. You know what I'm saying? Sadness would not exist. I think it's only a couple of events that can cause a major catastrophe in someone's life and for a moment, and that's probably just losing someone close to you.
real
And,
talk.
and that's about it. But even then, you can't let that just hold you down for a moment because you got to understand energy is never. They taught you at an early age, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and that's all you are on the inside of a physical body. So you gotta understand, death ain't even death as we may look at it. All it is transformation. So, you may just, we all get attached to certain things in the physical world, you know. So you may like, damn, I can't physically see them no more. But that don't mean that energy is dead. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's okay to grieve for a moment, but to use that as an excuse for a lifetime is just that, an excuse, you know. And hey, if that's how you want to live your life, because at some point you're gonna be dead too, physically.
Real
So
talk.
hey, take take that how it resonates.
But far as everybody being gone one day, like do you believe in reincarnation? Because some people I run across some people in life. You'll run across these certain people, not every day, but you'll run across these certain people that make you feel like you met them in another lifetime.
Right, right, right.
You
Yeah,
know,
most like I say, most definitely. I feel like you definitely you gonna keep coming back till you get it right. And I feel like the only reason we here is to just find complete harmony. If you don't find harmony within this life, it's like being reborn into hell again to make sure you get it right. And that's the only reason we here. That's why I've said several times, this is my last time in this lifetime. You know, uh, although my energy will live on forever. Uh, hey, but it's most I didn't came across a couple of people, a lot of people that I met before. I've been here for a long time. some people like to, my physical age is 25, but I'm well beyond that.
Yeah. And I feel you and understand it because I be feeling the same way sometimes. Like,
Right.
and you be like, man, it's, like I definitely believe in reincarnation. Like people pass away. Do they come back? Do they come back as somebody else? Do they come back as something else? Like,
Right. I think you just transform. That's all.
yeah,
I can't accurately just say exactly what it is, but I do understand there are different levels of life, and this is just the kindergarten stage
yeah,
of it. And that don't matter if you 70 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you elevate as you get further into this life as we get older, but it's still all just the kindergarten stage. And the next realm is just different. But
yeah. And I understand all that, and you really came through and dropped some jewels. And I know a lot of people gonna want to tune in and what I'm saying, hear you out and hear what you're saying because you know what I'm saying, you speaking on some real and stuff like that.
so I appreciate it's definitely a lot of people I don't really like to engage too much in small talk or things that don't matter. So I
Yeah,
appreciate a lot of the things you touching on.
yeah,
I hate small conversations, and and my energy will reflect that after
yeah.
a moment. I could deal with it for a moment, but after a while, I just get to looking like I can't. You know,
Real talk. Real talk. It's like the energy gotta flow in both ways, both
right.
directions.
Right, because like if what I'm putting out ain't getting picked up, you know what I'm saying, or vice versa, what's
Yeah,
the point of wasting breath?
real
So they
talk.
do.
Now I heard you live and personally drop some bars, but I know you bought some bars to the Garage podcast for
Oh
me,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Hey, you want to drop something? We could do that.
All right, man, let's get into it, man.
Let's
Appreciate you coming through,
yeah. I
talking, chopping up
appreciate
with me, man.
you. Pleasure having me.
All
Pleasure to
right,
be
let the
here.
people know, man. Send out your social media where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah, you can find me at unwavering_Iman. Iman meaning faith. In Arabic, Iman meaning magnet in Spanish. So a lot of people, a lot of things are attracted to me, all great things. And and my faith is unwavering. Can't nothing break this. And with unwavering faith, unwavering determination in yourself, can't that one wavering just mean nothing. Like it don't matter what go down, everything stays the same. So I know where I'm meant to be, and that's how you prove to the Most High what you deserve. Unwavering_Iman.
All right, real talk. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This Dreadhead Yeezy Garage podcast. Now let us get into this freestyle.
Oh yeah, okay. Hold